He was the #1 choice out of Florida in 2001. Johnson to the air, throws, and completes his first pass, caught by the tight end, the former Colt Ken Dilger 9-yard gain. Let's take a look at the Ram defense.
University of Kansas. Tommy Pollard, Florida State.
Aeneas Williams, Southern University.
Adam Archuleta, Arizona State.
Kim Herring, Penn State.
Dre Bly, North Carolina.
And without a huddle, they go to the air to Keenan McCardell, and a lot of teams, John, opening up in the last couple of weeks, no huddle, as the Rams did last week. Put her at Baltimore. 2nd and 7. Johnson protected well, slings it to the outside. That's Dilger making another catch, and Dilger gets taken down at the 43, about 2 yards shy of the first down.
Brad Johnson doesn't run.
So far, so good. 3rd and about 1.5 yards, and that's another first down. The ex-Jaguar, McCardell, slips the tackle at the 50, and then Don Davis, an ex-Buck, knocks him down at the 40-yard line. They flank Pittman to the right, fake it to Alstott, who sees his first action, and Dilger makes another catch and then drops the ball, but dropped it out of bounds. 3, he picks up 9 there. It's 2nd down and 1. Pittman on a draw, and Pittman should have enough with that second thrust to pick up the first down. Tyoka Jackson, another former Buck.
To blitz.
And here's a new set, 4 wides, a little backflip to Williams. And Carl Williams, stellar punt returner. In fact, he ran one back at Baltimore last week for a touchdown. Makes the catch here. Now at the Ram 24, 4.5 into the game. Pittman cuts it back inside and is stopped by a trio of Rams led by the linebacker Tommy Polley at the 21-yard line. They're playing that same role, 3rd down and 2 from the 21-yard line. Johnson protected well, and that one is knocked down. He tried to get it into Keyshawn Johnson, and it was knocked away by Robert Thomas, rookie linebacker, the #1 draft choice out of UCLA. So they bogged down, and now they'll have to settle for about a 38-yard field goal attempt. 9-yard field goal attempt. And it is good. So they control the ball for the first 5:28, move from their own 20 down into field goal range, and Gramatica makes it 3-0 Tampa Bay. Maliuna, the other tight end. Double tight end set. Warner flings it out to the 24, and Ernie Conwell, bad neck and all, makes the grab, tackled by John Lynch. First down. Isaac Bruce is in motion from the 24-yard line. Warner setting up in the pocket, flings it over the middle and into the middle of a quartet of Bucks. Torrey Holt, who was fighting a stomach virus before the game, and in fact Mike March said about an hour ago, I don't know if he can play, I don't know how much he can play. From the 49, Bucks show blitz, here they come. Warner under pressure, wobbles one, but it's caught by Torrey Holt, and the 1,000th completion of Kurt Warner's career is for a first down, and he gets to 1,000 faster than any quarterback in history. Currently held by, or to that moment, by Joe Montana. It took him 15:71 to get there, so Warner there a lot faster as Falk takes the ball inside the 30. Tiki's twin brother, what an afternoon he had in Baltimore last week, all over the place. 3rd and 3 from the 28-yard line. Warner over the middle, wide open to Falk. Marshall to the 10, loses the ball, and that's news, but gets it back at the 5. He almost never fumbles.
It was check down.
That time they had Yul Murphy lined up where Falk would normally line up. Now Marshall from his normal position, untouched to the end zone, so they go 91 yards. And it's the first time this season in 2 games plus 10.5 minutes that the Rams have had the lead. 1 yards in a little bit more than 5 minutes, and the Rams have the lead over the Bucks.
Marshall Falk, and here's the thing Mike Martz wants to get back to. Chris Hetherington makes a pretty good block, I thought, on John Lynch, because John Lynch has contained number 47, and I saw him come up. Now watch John Lynch right here and Hetherington, and watch why he goes down. Watch that left arm bar in there, and he just grabbed him down, because I was saying Lynch has contained, and then how did Marshall Falk get around him? Well, Chris Hetherington just grabbed John Lynch and tackled him.
And Falk was wide open and wound up running it in for a score. Johnson to the outside, and his new favorite target is Ken Dilger. And Dilger close to a first down, makes his 4th catch of the night as he's tackled by Dre Bly. First and 15. Johnson untouched again to the other Johnson. Brad to Keyshawn. And all the way into Ram territory and a first down to the 48-yard line. 3rd down, 8 now from the St. Louis 47-yard line. The blitz, he gets it away. The hot read is Keyshawn Johnson. And that's a first down at the 36-yard line. So the Rams came, and it was Johnson to Johnson, tackled by Herring. As they did last week, Tampa did not score an offensive touchdown. And here is Keyshawn to the 29-yard line, where he's about 3 yards shy of the first down as he makes his 3rd catch. And Johnson has already completed 10 passes in the first period. Johnson to the outside, and that's incomplete. Too high, too wide for Keyshawn Johnson. So Gramatica will attempt a field goal, but that will come at the beginning of the 2nd quarter. After will hold. And that's why they call him Automatica. He made that one by about 10 yards. They went 91 yards in a little more than 5 minutes, and now they begin on the ground and they give it to Falk, and he goes nowhere. Anthony McFarland, the other tackle, because Warren Sapp is so loquacious and, in fact, so good. This guy doesn't get nearly the attention he should. Tight roll. Warner steps up, slings it. It's caught. Torrey Holt wearing Oz Hakeem's old number 81. Hakeem now with Detroit.
And these are 2 very competitive teams that are very, very close to equal.
3rd and 3. Warner throws. That's caught. Rookie Kroll makes the catch. And that's John Lynch making the tackle.
It gave them all the flexibility on offense.
It'll dump off underneath. Falk. And he gets taken down in the open field by Derek Brooks. Ricky Kroll, of course, will never be forgotten by Buck fans.
On any arguments.
Tampa Bay area, 2nd down and 6. Warner, a wobbly pass, but it's right on the mark. And enough for a first down up at the 46-yard line. From the 47-yard line. Falk, and he gets upended. Can't get out of the backfield, and that's Derek Brooks.
Of this defense is right here, right in this middle. And they're always going to have someone that's going to penetrate. So when you get penetration, that means that you have no cutback, that you always have to stay play side. Hey, Derek Brooks got penetration that time right through Tom Newton, didn't he?
In the meantime, you have Marshall Falk being assisted off the field. So he gets whacked. The backup to Falk is Trunk Kennedy. Split back set, 2nd and 11. They go to the outside. They go to Holt. And Holt is across the 50, and he's taken down at the 46-yard line. And Torrey has now caught 5 for 69 yards as they keep checking on Falk. 3 at the 46-yard line. Holt with a couple of big games in the last 2 years against the Bucs. And it's a short pass that's nearly picked off by Ronde Barber. Now a scout for the 49ers, was on John McKay's staff for the Bucs years ago. This kick will go out of bounds in Tampa territory. They'll mark it at the 48. 8 on his way back to the locker room. And we'll have a report in just a minute. Melissa Stark is on the case. Is the sole back in this set from the 48. Kurt Warner throws. Catch made by Ernie Conwell. And Melissa, what do you know?
Well, you just saw the NFL MVP from 2 seasons ago going into the locker room. Official word from the team, a neck strain. He's inside the locker room right now. They're testing it out. We'll keep you posted, Al. He's a man that Warren Sapp said has no weaknesses.
Because every player you talk to.
Defense. That's an automatic first down.
Kid out of North Dakota State. From the 43 after the first down on the defensive holding call. A little floater. And that's Trunk Candidate making the catch for a gain of about 4.
Going to Super Bowls and being MVP and winning, is the greatest thing to him. The team is a big thing to Marshall Falk.
2nd and 5, and Warner, after a little spinorama, hits Terrence Wilkins, another former Colt, and that's a first down to the 28-yard line. Warner Warner throws, and that's caught. Big night for Torrey Holt. Picks up about 9, and Torrey Holt has already caught 6 for 78 yards. His lucky crawls at his back to the play. 3rd down and 1. And they give the ball to Trunk Candidate, and he is able to burrow his way for the 1st down. And Falk in the locker room. And that's intercepted. Picked off Simeon Rice, the defensive end, with the interception, and gets it out to the 45. Last night, what has to happen defensively? He said one of the things is Simeon Rice has to have a big night. I'm sure he wasn't thinking about an interception, though. That's a bonus. And this is Michael Pittman.
Yeah, you always wonder about those zone dogs when you the Buck. They moved him from the outside, strong side linebacker to starting middle linebacker.
3rd and 4. Johnson to the outside. Caught. 1st down. Keenan McCardell got position on Aeneas Williams. Moves the chains.
Left right at the end.
Number 71. Offense.
Ooh.
Still 3rd down.
And the flag out. And 3rd and 14 now as Johnson takes a deep drop. Goes deep downfield inside the 40-yard line. Caught. Keyshawn Johnson.
Watch Keyshawn on this shot here. Watch how he gets right down on the ball. And again, he has a ball in both hands. Now, that's the old thing. 1 knee equals 2 feet. You say, was his feet in bounds? If he gets the ball and 1 knee down before he goes out, he's in bounds.
I mean, the good guys. So this was a classic clash between Bo the hero and Boz the evil man.
And a live interview with Bo as well coming up at the half. As on 1st down, Todd Yoder makes the catch. The tight end who made a big special teams play earlier takes the ball inside the 25.
Well tonight, and I'll tell you, they are protecting Brad Johnson.
From the 23, back to the ground they go. Pittman, hard, tough running inside the 10 to make it a 1st and goal.
It's going to be big cannons.
We'll try to do it here. Get ready for the cannons. Touchdown, Ricky Dudley. After the interception by Rice, the run back to his own 44. They go 56 yards. Dudley, the former Raider, who got cut by the Browns earlier this summer, comes into Tampa and puts the Buccaneers on top with 57 seconds to play in the opening half.
And they're going to make them throw everything in front of them.
Rams have only 1 timeout. Here comes Sapp, but Warner is able to evade him. And then the catch is made out here by Isaac Bruce. And that's the first catch Bruce makes tonight. 1-yard line. 3-man rush. Pressure. Warner goes down, but he gets the pass away, and it's caught by Kroll up at the 45-yard line. But again, they're down to only 1 timeout. That's a 1st down. Trying to get into field goal range. Warner dropped as he throws. Picked off at the 25-yard line. This is Dexter Jackson. There's a flag down on the run back. And Jackson is down at the 45-yard line. Simeon Rice that time really banged into Warner. Let's go to Melissa.
Well, it's pretty surprising that he's out here. I just talked to Mike Martz about him, and he said that the x-rays at halftime were negative, that there are no broken bones, but that his neck is very sore, very tender, and that he obviously would not return in the 2nd half, that he was going to have a CAT scan later tonight before the team headed back. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
If the coach says you can't go, you're not going to go until he says so.
Here's Warner now. His first pass of the 2nd half, a beauty. Right on the numbers to Isaac Bruce up to the 40-yard line. 1st down, tackled by Brooks, gain of 22. On the 42-yard line, they have to get to midfield to convert. Warner throws, caught. Holt came back and then does get the 1st down. 1500th pass at the end of the 1st half tonight. Warner moved to the top of that very elite list. And then he moves to the bottom of Warren Sapp's list at the 40-yard line.
And such a good athlete.
5th time he sacked Warner in the last 3 Monday night meetings. This is Candidate up to the 48. That was an 11-yard sack for Warren Sapp. And Shannon Sharp should do like a duo on the Comedy Channel. Warner throws, and it is a leaping non-grab. No, Isaac Bruce leaping for it, came down, it appeared for the moment with it, and then it got dislodged. The Rams 0-2, Tampa up by 6 on first down. Johnson throws, caught by Pittman. Tries to get a first down. We'll see where they spotted. Very close. Aeneas Williams makes the hit. Under what Johnson's is, but Johnson doing a very efficient job tonight, per usual. Set up the screen, and they screen it to Dudley, who scored the touchdown earlier. And he takes it up to the 36. And I'm thinking about Brad Johnson, John, and it's such a typical game. I mean, through backup cam, that's Rob Johnson, the ex-Jaguar and Bill, who backs up Brad. Johnson hit again as he throws and jams it in there, and then the ball is lost. It's incomplete. Incomplete. Keenan McCardell, the receiver, Aeneas Williams came up with it, and now the officials are going to confer to see what the call is going to be.
That was one that they did throw him out of rhythm, that they came on pressure, and they got to Brad Johnson. They made him throw that when he didn't want to, and he threw it into something he didn't see in there. I think this is a Rams ball.
Well, the whistle had blown. The question is, did they blow it dead because it was an incompletion?
Body part other than the hand.
The St. Louis player took the ball from the Tampa player before he hit the ground. The play stance is called as first down, St. Louis. Tampa Bay is charged with a timeout.
Candidate is the tailback in the eye. Hetherington is the fullback, and Warner gets leveled by Shelton Quarles. Planted.
And now Simeon Rice is lining up on this side.
2nd and 23. And Rice helps create the pressure, and then Murphy makes the catch, and a flag comes in at the end of the play, and rightfully so, because Quarles put his shoulder into his face mask.
Yeah, you want to be emotional, you want to be fired up, but you still want to be smart.
Leading with his helmet. Let's take a look here.
I think it was a personal foul, leading with his helmet,
yep.
Helmet to helmet, late hit, all the above.
Defenseless player, too. There's in the rule book, a defenseless player, which is what he is at that point.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 53, defense. That penalty would be accepted. We have unsportsmanlike conduct, number 34, defense, taking his helmet off. That penalty would be declined. First down.
And the Rams have a new offensive tackle now. That's Grant Williams playing right tackle for John St. Clair. 2nd
and 7. And Warner with a flag thrown, and it was Simeon Rice coming around to knock it down.
And it was Grant Williams. They just put Grant Williams in there. He's really happy with.
3rd and 14. This time they take him out of the play. Warner steps up, throws into traffic, and it's incomplete. Intended for Ricky Prohl, who was surrounded by white shirts, primarily Dwight Smith.
There's Kurt Warner, lost Marshall Faulk, and now it's all on his shoulders.
2nd and 7. Sack. Ball is loose and recovered by Tampa Bay inside the 10-yard line. Leonard Little created it, and Roman Oben saved it for the Buccaneers. The 2-yard line. Warner throws, intercepted. That's Brian Kelly, who has very few picks in his career, but a huge one here. And goal, Allstott, the back, Allstott with the ball, barrels his way in. Touchdown.
Anyway, when you're on the goal line and you're on defense, you never want to go backwards into the end zone. Tommy Polley goes backwards into his end zone. Linebackers.
2-point conversion from the 2-yard line. Johnson ripped as he throws, and that was busted up by Grant Wistrom. So the lead remains at 12.
Right into it. Watch this.
19-7. And that first drive was a beauty. That's Conwell making the catch here. Strained neck at all. Conwell gets it back up to the 30-yard line.
But they have play in this system.
2nd and 9. Pressure again. Warner has to step up. Good coverage by the secondary. And then finding his man underneath. That's Torrey Holt. And that's a first down up at the 43-yard line. Scored 9 for 106. Barber comes on a blitz. They pick it up, and the catch is made over the middle by Lamar Gordon, their third-round draft choice out of North Dakota State. The 7-yard line. That 10-yard penalty negating a 7-yard gain, and Warner throws. And that's rookie Kroll, who spins out of a tackle, and then Barber slings him down at the 40-yard line. Second and 10, three-man rush for Tampa, thrown over the middle. That's caught by the rookie Gordon. He gets to the 22-yard line, setting up a very big 3rd and 2. Actually, you're in 4-down territory at this point in the game, though, in this situation.
Because even a 2 points not going to help him. So they
3rd down and 2. They're going to throw it anyway, and it is caught, but stopping him shy of the first down is Barber. Neckties Isaac Bruce. Thought they should have done it last week against the Giants, and they gave it to Falk, and instead they toss it to Gordon, and the rookie gets the first down and his first NFL touchdown. Well, Mike Martz last week, if he was going to second-guess himself on a 4th down against the Giants, might have second-guessed he should have had Warner sneak. After the Rams stay in the game on a 4th down touchdown. 4:21 and all of their timeouts left. They're now down by 6. Seeking their first win of the season. Lamar Gordon is the running back. He's the rookie. They give it to him on a draw, and Gordon making a name for himself. Gordon, number 3 running back in the absence of Falk. They tried candidate. They go with the kid right now, and he picks up a first down. 13-yard gain. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Warner avoids a sack and another, and takes off and slides to a halt at the 25-yard line. Went down a little bit late unless he got popped. Warner over the middle. Short gain, but enough for the first down as Holt makes the catch, tackled by Barber. 2nd and 7 from the 34. Warner under pressure. Did he throw? It's taken out of the air by Adam Timmerman and ruled a fumble. But 3rd down and 7 from the 34-yard line. Warner throws, intercepted, and this is going to wrap it up. It is Brooks, 2 weeks in a row, an interception for a touchdown.
What a gutsy play. He has a pulled hamstring. You see him grab the hamstring?
He just pulled a Bo Jackson. He went up the tunnel.
He's just going to come right back here, and he's just watching him, watching him, watching him. He sees that ball, and look at the jump that he gets. And right towards the end there, he's going to grab his left hamstring. Watch just as he starts to go in. Here's what Brooks is looking at. He's looking at Kurt Warner's eyes. As Kurt Warner looks, Brooks moves. As he looks to the right, he moves and gets that jump. And as I said, over on this other side, Isaac Bruce was wide open. Watch number 80 as he comes across here. Kurt Warner doesn't see him. There's no one around Isaac Bruce.
Third consecutive season, barring a miracle finish here, 1st and 10. And that's Yoel Murphy. Regular games and then 3 replacement games for a total of 5. And that's one-handed by Torrey Holt to the 44-yard line, and Warner is going to take a timeout here.
I mean, I don't mean to, but if Bo would have done what he did that night in Seattle, you would have put him on it. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, then we got to put Derek Dixon.
All right, so there goes Seth. See, we can be lobbied.
No, I know. And anytime anyone says you can do anything you want, then that means the pile's open. Pile on.
I suppose to St. Louis. 3rd and 1. And it ends on a sack. And isn't that the perfect exclamation point for the performance tonight by the Buck defense? Greg Spires ends the game with a sack. A fairly confident figure. They just had made a couple of mistakes in the first 2 weeks. They would rectify it tonight. They didn't, as the Bucks win it.